Like Lord.
Wake up, sleepyhead.
Rise and shine.
I need some coffee.
All right, everyone, grab your comics and let's get ready for the show. Well, almost forgot. Hit that subscribe button.
We are back, man. Somehow, someway, we got booted off, but we're back, and we left off on War Machine. Some of y'all are probably disappointed because we're talking about Jim Rhodes. And it's not T'Challa, it's not Storm, it's not the amazing A-list characters. But what we were talking about, and I'm not even sure if Dion's going to be able to come back, but what we were talking about was the success of Captain America: Brave New World, or seemingly the success, because we know it's going to be a drop-off this week with the box office. But does it mean that he can get, the Armor Wars is going to get rebirthed? In other words, does it have any legs? Is it going to get a chance to come to production? Like, are they going to actually produce this thing that they allegedly? Because I don't like I said, I don't remember Kevin Feige saying that this was actually going to happen. I know things on the internet, people saying certain things on the internet, but I never saw like an official logo. But I could be wrong. But I'm just hoping that, Dion, jump back in, man. I sent you the link. I'm just hoping that he gets an opportunity, but shoot. To be real, the only way this character is going to get a chance is if Armor Wars does good. I'm sorry, not Armor Wars, but if Ironheart does good. If Ironheart does good, and it looks like it will not do good, he might have a chance. But again, I apologize because we just got booted off of StreamYard. I'm like, we paid our bill, but we got booted off. I lost audio, and we had to shut the stream down, and so we're back up now. But yeah, it's goofy, to say the least, man. But at any rate, we got some more topics to talk to you guys about. I am doing this all on mobile. We already went over that Alex Ross is bringing up some new covers, and we are excited about that. So we already talked about that on our last stream for this morning. So if you want to check that out, go and give this a look. So our next topic that we want to bring up is, let's see here. Ollie's, not Ollie's, but like I said, Hasbro yesterday came out with some action figures, and I was hoping that they would be good. And a bunch of peg warmers came out yesterday. And I think they'll make some money, but come on, man. Like, Spider-Man 2 came out in 2022, I believe. The game is 2 years old, and y'all just now. I know y'all been doing that for a while. You literally came out with the video game 2 years ago. Yeah, 21 or 20. Oh, no, 22. 22. I think it was 22. Maybe 23. But it wasn't this year and it wasn't last year. And y'all just now coming out with action figures that, in most of which we don't really even care about or want. This would have been a great opportunity for you guys to capitalize on Captain America: Brave New World and give us some more figures based on that. Or Isaiah Bradley. What the freak are y'all thinking? But I can look at the guys. And see, this is another thing. I look at the people who did the presentation yesterday, and I said, yeah, y'all not like us, bro. Y'all not thinking about stuff like that. And so I think a lot of these figures are going to end up at Ollie's. If y'all don't know what Ollie's is like Big Lots, but a little bit better. And they stepped up their game with their Marvel Legends. If you want some Eternals, you can go there. If you want some Shang-Chi stuff, you can go there. You want some Black Panther stuff, you can go there. Blue Marvel, go there. Though that is basically purgatory for black action figures that did not make it, or they oversold us on some of the black action figures. That's their final resting place. I have bought a big chunk of my collection based off of Ollie's. So Ollie's is a good store. It works. Good stuff, cheap. And I think a lot of these things are going to end up there, or even Walmart for the Ross Con that they have for the Christmas Con. So be looking for a lot of these figures to pop up there. Definitely wasn't a fan. Next topic I want to talk about, if it actually loads. Let's take a look, and it will. Hancock 2. And I've been seeing this. If comic book news says it's true, damn it must be true. And Zendaya is being eyed to star. Now, excuse me. A lot of people think, oh, why is she starring? He's too old to be a lover of Will Smith, so it must be his daughter. And remember, his only weakness was the white woman, right? How ironic is that? You would have thought Paul Mooney would have wrote this film. But his biggest weakness was the white lady, and maybe this is their daughter. Hancock, I think, came out in 05 or 04 or 06, somewhere in the early 2000s. So it would make sense that Zendaya maybe could potentially be the new Hancock, and maybe Will Smith will sit in the back and just produce it, and it'll be a female superheroine show, which scares me to death, because I know that we find it extremely difficult to get behind female superheroines who are not Storm. And I've been saying that for a while. People will say, oh yeah, I mean, she's cool, but as far as money, as far as people get behind it, we find it difficult. We struggle to get behind superheroes that's not Storm. And it's sad. I don't, but they don't get pushed enough in my mind. So this could turn out to be something, or it could blow up in our face. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how all this unfolds as far as Hancock 2, but I'm glad that they're bringing it back. Not sure what took them so long. They probably did not want to compete with Marvel when Marvel was screaming in 2008 and beyond. They probably didn't want to mess with Marvel and jump out there and get washed. So now they see that there's blood in the water. Marvel's sort of kind of coming. Marvel's on its way. Marvel's heading in the right direction. But maybe, just maybe, they're saying, it's a good time to put it out there. We're kind of in the thick of the rebuilding years of Marvel and DC. Maybe we can jump out in front. Good luck. Now, Zendaya is a great brand because she's associated with Spider-Man. But she's problematic with some fans because they wanted her to be a white woman. So we'll see what happens. They're going to have to play it safe. We saw what happened with Captain America. It was super sanitized, super safe, and it seemed to go over with a lot of different people, which is semi-fine by me, because I thought Falcon and Winter Soldier, they kind of let it all hang out, and it got some pushback from black people and white people. But this film here, man, it's got a lot of support by white. The Captain America: Brave New World. I have not seen white people defend a black-led movie as hard as they're defending this one. They're going out their way to defend. MAGA hats and all going out their way to defend this, which is weird. But we'll see what happens with Hancock 2. Hopefully, they're able to come up with a great story, a great hero, a great outfit, just a great everything. But we'll see what happens, man. Because if it's half-baked, they're not going to give it a chance. But we'll see what happens. What's some other topics that are coming up? We talked about Donald Trump this morning is doing, which is crazy, Donald Trump doing the Black History Month. So Antoine, who is associated with the Storm comic book, he's writing, or I know he's not doing art, but I know he's writing. I believe he's writing with the main artist of the Storm comic. I read it yesterday, and I will say, he asked the question. He said, "Why do you think Storm is crying at the end of this issue?" Now she's back at her retreat, and the question is coming up on why she's crying. Now the Storm was the Storm, the comic book. We've never seen, outside of Monica Rambeau, we've probably never seen a black woman have to go up against so much stuff. Dion, you back?
Yo, back from the Shadowlands, man.
Back on the we got booted off, man. So we're gonna jump right back into it. We might have to call the first video part 1, and this is gonna be part 2. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. But anyway, go ahead. This is the last scene from Storm 5, where after Storm sleeps with Logan. Yes, I just said that. She gets on a bird, she travels to Latveria, and there's Sorcerer Doom, and they're eating, and then as normal, you say anything weird or crazy to Dr. Doom, he's snapping. And that's exactly what he did. Storm goes up in the sky, gets all these powers, and you see the one above all, you see the tribunal. Basically, everybody, the most powerful godlike entities are having a war, and Storm's getting all this power. And I think that's cool. But for this series, if she doesn't have a AKA Rogues Gallery, and Dr. Doom does not count, because Dr. Doom is the chief of, he fights everybody, equal opportunity. You have to give Storm some antagonists that are brand new. Because if you don't do that, then I just don't. For me, it's not going to. I'm just going to be like, okay, cool. Y'all they have projected to make it past issue 11, which is the cutoff for the longest Storm run. But give me another black villain that's gonna go up against Storm. Give me a white woman villain. Give me a series of villains that have to come together, that you can use out throughout the Marvel Universe, but they really, really hate Storm. She needs some rogues. What's your thoughts on that?
Speaking that it's making history, I think they were looking at it for a commercial aspect. Get Dr. Doom in there, get other villains in there that are more well known. And then once we get past issues 6 or 7, then we can introduce some original characters. And next time, put your blue eyes in defense mode. No more Shadow Realm visits. Yeah, man. I need the Millennium Pyramid or whatever to protect me from Yami from the Shadow Realm, man. But yeah, I think they were going for commercial first, man. I think it was the right move ultimately, because they're gonna go to issue 11. So sometimes you do got to play up to. You got to put butts in seats. You got to put eyes on the product, on the material. And maybe in these last, maybe issue 8 through 11, we might get a whole new villain and a mystery aspect to that, and how powerful is she or he or whatever. But I think we just had to get to issue 11. We had to get past 6 issues, right?
For miniseries. Issue 6 comes out next month.
Okay.
Now, Herschel is I gotta do my video disclaimer. Herschel's about to go dark. Listen. Now, let me ask you. Now, I'm going to ask you a series of questions. I just want you to answer this with now, because Antoine asked Black Comic Lords in our space. So if anybody feels away, the question's already been asked. The question was, why do you think Storm is crying? After she went through what she went through with Doom, she's crying. Let me ask you this question. What happened before Storm went to Latveria?
She let that Canadian dude clap them cheeks up, man.
All right. And we're going to leave that right there. We're not going to go on and on to how that went down. Now, that was, what, 2 months ago?
2 months ago, something like that.
So, we've all probably been out there, right? We've experienced women. When a woman, after you have relations with a woman, and all of a sudden one day she comes in crying, and she looks at you and she's crying. Walks out of the bathroom and she's crying after months of you clapping them cheeks. What is the first thing as a man that comes to your mind?
First thing as a man is well, I mean, pretty much, is she with another person? She want to see another dude or what? Or what did I did?
I want you to go darker. I want you to go darker. You having a good time with this chick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, now you feeling me. You feeling me. 2 months later. My thing is, y'all thought this guy was done? Y'all thought the writer was done? Maybe.
Oh, man. You trying to throw that out there.
I'm finna put it out there. Somebody, and we're going to lose some subscribers. Maybe Storm's pregnant. Come on. It could be. Maybe Storm is pregnant.
Whew.
They selling the controversy. And if she is pregnant, the writer better go into hiding, because the Black Panther fans alone will jump in with the Storm fans, and they gonna go off. Now, I think she's got a child in another universe with Logan anyways, but
yeah, she does.
It takes people actually reading more than just a couple Storm's comics to know that. But if she's pregnant with Logan's baby, that's gonna be it. That's a 616, baby. It's a 616. This is going to be interesting. But I tell you what will happen. You'll get a lot of backlash, but I think people will pick up the next issue, because people always say women are catty and messy, but men are messy too, and they will pick up those issues just to see. They will be pissed, but they'll read it.
Oh my God, dude! Are you so? You know, it'd be effed up if they totally did the "Who's the Baby Daddy" mystery angle. T'Challa, Logan, the astronaut dude or whatever.
They better keep T'Challa out of this, because if they somehow allude to when she was messing with Logan and T'Challa at the same time, the very first thing they're gonna do is they're gonna call Storm a whore. They're gonna say, "I can't believe she sleep around with all these dudes. I hate how the white man does her like this, and now the black man gonna come and do it." First of all, that would ruin everything. Keep T'Challa out of it, because if you bring T'Challa in it, and all of a sudden they was messing around on the side, they're gonna call it lazy writing. Why didn't they explore that in the series? It's gonna be worse. It actually is gonna hurt yourselves. If you just do Logan, you're gonna have people that's gonna be pissed off, but they're gonna want to see where the child is gonna go. Is this Marvel lazy attempt to create another quote unquote black superhero? Some might not even claim him as black. It'll just be messy. And a lot of people will say, a lot of people that will listen to this podcast will say, "There's no freaking way. Y'all are two dumb podcasters if you think this writer is dumb enough to make Storm pregnant via Wolverine." And maybe we're wrong. Maybe we being messy. Maybe we being, doing too much. He says, "Not gonna lie, I was not a fan of Hancock. Wondering if it will make more serious tone. Dion, next time, put your eyes on defense mode." Okay, yeah, but I don't know. I don't know what's going. I don't know. It's probably nothing. But I will tell you, it does not matter that Storm is getting all this cosmic power and all this, that, and the third. If she's just battling Dr. Doom, I need a brand new villain for Storm to battle. She needs a rogues gallery. Every A-list superhero has what, Dion?
They got a killer rogue gallery, man. They need
Batman, somebody. Superman. Wonder Woman still has a rogues gallery. Now, they're mostly dead and it's been decades, but she's got a rogues gallery. Freaking Iron Man's got a rogues gallery. Captain America's got a rogues gallery. Spider-Man, come on. One of the greatest. Batman, Spider-Man got two of the greatest. Hulk's got a rogues gallery. T'Challa, he has enough. I mean, a lot of those guys you don't see other than Killmonger, but even with Killmonger, it's hit or miss, because he can't stay alive.
Man, let's face it, Black Panther has a weak rogues gallery. I mean, is shared with Dr. Doom, Killmonger, Claw. That's 3.
Yeah, Claw and Claw kind of move around. It's hard for him to beat We'll talk about Claw another time because I know that's
Yeah.
I got a hot take for Claw versus Killmonger and the whole T'Challa. Like, who's his biggest nemesis? I really think it's Claw. Claw actually kills your father and stealing your vibranium. Killmonger, difference of opinion more so than anything with Killmonger. But I know that's controversial take. I'm hoping that she's not pregnant, but if she is, look out. It's gonna be smoke in the city. She's pregnant by Loki. That's all I can say.
I mean, it's a story angle to sell. I mean, it wouldn't be. Would it be long term? I mean, they don't want Spider-Man. They don't want 616 Peter having kids. They don't want a lot of these characters having kids because they feel like it makes them unrelatable to younger readers.
Now you just changed the whole paradigm for the rest of their career. I just can't go web slinging in another galaxy because I got a child at home.
Right.
Yeah.
So now you're going to anchor Storm with that. I don't know, man. Did she beat Doom? What happened? She got the cosmic power. What happened?
Doom is kind of like Doom sent one of his Doom bots to fight her, and she destroyed it. And she felt all good, and then Doom was like, "Yeah, you ain't." Doom's always 2 or 3 steps ahead. Doom was sitting inside eating a steak the whole time she's outside throwing her power around. So I think it was a waste. But people wanted her to extend to this godhood, and she's so gorgeous and beautiful. Great, but let's move into more of a story of a rogues gallery. And rogues gallery is like, hang on. Now that takes more of an investment. That's going to cost more money, but we need to go there. Now Charles says, what if it's T'Challa's baby? Like, what would be the logical conclusion for a story in the fandom? It's going to get too messy if it's T'Challa's baby. Because people are going to be like, well, if it's T'Challa baby, why didn't you just bring T'Challa into the story? Why is he having babies on the side? How come? And then the question will come up: if she's good enough to have us to sleep with, how come she's good enough to not be married? And then now you throw yourself back into that whole thing, and that's gonna get messy. Number 2,
go ahead. I was
gonna
say we know Wolverine's not gonna put a ring on it for sure.
No, hell no. Marvel, and that's not a good choice. Even if Wolverine was black, that's still not a good move for Wolverine to put a ring on it because Wolverine works better when he's not married. He's not a family guy. He's a loner. That's not his MO.
No.
Let's see. Charles says, what would it take to naturally weave in a rogues gallery for Storm that's not just closely tied to mutants or the X family? Just create one. They create one for white characters every day of the week. And there's no limit to what you can do. Granted, Storm can control the weather, but you can find somebody that can control weather too, but controls different parts of the weather. Parts of the weather that Storm isn't, like more of like a Captain Planet type person, or he can be, or she could be. You have to make her. You probably need the villain to be white. The first one needs to be probably white. I'm just gonna be honest with you. For so many reasons.
The evil white man trope.
But also too, because then this white villain, she's gonna probably have how many black how many black female superheroes do you see flying around fighting the Avengers? This is that and third. They don't use them, and they're not. This is a white company. They don't think, oh, let's get some black women to do it. Let's get some black women to mess with the X-Men. So you might as well grab a white villain that has a thing against Storm and use her just against Storm and then use her around. I would go, and guess what? Most villains that have the most legs are white. And Marvel is not in the position to pivot and get any black villains to make them move around like Rhino, like a Claw. They're just not going to do that. So go ahead and just but for the benefit of Storm for now, just give her some white female villains that are very attractive but very deadly. Because
I think that's a simple formula. Yeah.
Make it simple for right now, and then equate in bigger and better black female supervillains. Because right now there's just not much. They're not using any. So if you grab some right now, I don't know. Again, people forget this is a white company. When you go to these cons, they don't. It's not black women back there. I mean, unless black women are back there writing the story, a lot of these black female villains aren't going to get written. Puerto Rican villains, Mexican villains, like that just doesn't happen. So to be realistic, no. And should we demand? No, we should be demanding some great ones from our indies. From our indies, we should. You can't play that video, so I'm gonna have to we're gonna save that video about paying. We'll get into that another time.
We'll have to do that another time. If I can download it, if it's downloadable, I can present it, I think. But
yeah, if you download it, you can present it. You might have to screen. What I do sometimes when it gets mudded up, I just video record it right off the screen,
right,
and put it in there. Take this off.
But Storm, I mean, she's God tier now, so it's now you got to have the rogue gallery to, she's got all these celestial powers and she's the cosmic Storm. Then now it's like, well, you got to get a villain that's actually going to be able to attest to that, since she's now in this godhood, super African god mode 4 with this latest issue. I don't know.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man.
All right, we're gonna transition over to some more last couple topics here, and we're gonna call it a day because our show done got ruined after getting out. So this made some news. Cynthia will play Jesus in Jesus Christ Superstar in the Hollywood Bowl. It is a musical. They also asked her, and I had the video on that. They also asked her if she wanted to play Storm, and there was a bunch of backlash. So she's in the middle of a lot of different things. She's got the role to play Jesus Christ and Jesus Christ Superstar. Jesus Christ Superstar is already hated by a lot of Christians because of a lot of things that it stands for. But I just thought it was as interesting because I've never seen a woman play Jesus, even from a commercial standpoint. Never. A play, never. It's always been a man. It's either been a white guy, black guy, or it's just been a male. And so this is going to be interesting. I probably won't watch it just because just be dealing with comic books. But this came on my algorithm, and I thought this was interesting for her to play. I thought it was a little strange. But I also think that, if you want, they also played the Wicked Witch of the West or the East in the
Wicked.
The Wizard of go ahead.
The Wicked. Alphaba and Wicked, yeah.
Did you watch that movie?
Yeah, I saw that joint, man. I saw it twice. I liked it.
Oh, you must have liked it then.
Yeah, man.
I didn't watch it.
Solid musical, man.
I just wish that what would have happened if she didn't play the evil witch, or was the witch even evil in there?
That's the story. I mean, it's kind of like a whole Professor X and Magneto kind of approach to the friendship of Alphaba and Glinda. But yeah, I mean, the rogue brought her success to now she can do this. Now she could audition for Storm. Like it's a career defining role. And yeah, if she didn't play Alphaba, then this opportunity probably wouldn't have happened, because she was on a downturn. I think, was it the Harriet Tubman movie and something else was
she played in all the slave movies. She lost a ton of weight. I saw her off Broadway in New York years ago.
Oh shoot.
And she can sing her butt off, but
she can sing. She can act her ass off too.
She looks very, very, very like in her and Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Like you can tell like they might be dealing with some anorexia stuff, man. I hate to say that, man, but she can like this picture doesn't do her justice. And maybe it's roles that they're trying to go for, and they don't feel beautiful, but they don't look really that healthy, in my opinion. Neither do I, because I'm heavy, but they're on the opposite end of the spectrum. So hopefully they are healthy.
Hopefully
they're not dealing with anorexia. But it just looks on the outside. I'm on the outside looking in. What do I know? But
yeah,
man.
But I mean, John. Oh, I see Shata's in the chat. What's going on, man?
Shatas.
What up? Shatas. Yeah, man.
Last thing.
All right, go ahead, man.
Politically, Target made some bad moves with DI. financially, potentially for DI, and it could. I don't know if it's going to be long lasting. I do know that if you are caught as a black person in the parking lot heading into Targets, you will have a crow come by you and say, "Cuckoo, cuckoo." So you got to be careful if you want to get your groceries or makeup or whatever you do, right? Action figures, because if we catch you in the parking lot, that's what they're doing. They're saying that they're calling you coons or something like that. But they're getting hit and they're getting sued right now by the state of Florida, by their shareholders, because they said that they were misled about DEI. So they're dealing with a lot, and their numbers are horrible right now. They're going now. They're losing billions of dollars, just for how they just came out and rolled back DEI. I think there was, I don't know. I think what they should have done is just kind of kept their mouth shut and just
kept it quiet, kept it pushing,
just kept it pushing, and put products on and just said, look, in spite of everything that's going on politically, we're gonna put the products on the shelves that you guys are buying and walk away.
Walk away.
Walk away. Now, granted, people would then turn around and ask them. Well, people probably pressed them anyways. Are you guys gonna roll back DEI? And that's a yes or no question. So they gotta answer it. It doesn't really, for me, black people were at the bottom of the totem pole with DEI for Target. Well, not for Target, but just for DEI in general. Like, we were the last people to benefit from it. The first people to benefit from it was white women. And as we said last week, that, there was a lot of companies that were being pressed, like you have no diversity. And so what a lot of these white men would do was, okay, y'all want some diversity? I'm going to step down. I'm going to hire my wife as my successor. There's your DEI. And that's what they did. And you couldn't, and that was it. You couldn't do anything. But I don't know. I got to do some more research on it, but I know that is a hot topic around the horn.
Yeah.
Elon Musk with Doge. They've got a proposal where they want to give you a $5,000 refund check. All the money that they've been saving, they're going to take that money and give it to every household, $5,000 a piece. He's got it written up. He's going to go and try to give it to Donald Trump for him to sign off on. What do you think about that?
Oh man, yeah, the Doge dividend. When I cashed out on Doge, man, I actually made about $2,000 on Doge.
Really?
Like back in 2021 when it was at that peak. Yeah, I sold all my joint, but I got it like not even on the penny, man. I got it when it was like nothing. But I mean, dude, I don't know, man. This is kind of like, yo, I'm not that bad. I did the Nazi salute. I'm not that bad. This could be that kind of angle. I'm gonna give you $5,000 more than the pandemic. Because during the pandemic, what do we get? Like, was it $2,000, something like that?
1,000 or $2,000.
1,000 too? They're gonna give us more than that without a pandemic? I don't know, man. This is definitely some of that. I'm gonna restore TikTok, and I'm not that. But this is one of those. I think one of those moves to be like, we're not the bad guys. See, we're not the Sith. You know what I mean? We're not the Sith. Yeah. What are you talking about? We support the Jedi.
I don't know what's going on, but I tell you what, no matter where you politically lie on Trump, Elon Musk is basically the vice president, by the way. I don't know who JD Vance is.
JD Vance? Who
JD Vance is, but Musk is the vice president. I will say this. If Negroes is that mad about what they're doing, please make a YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X video of you taking your $5,000 check and ripping it in half. If you go be mad all the way, baby. You can't be mad 99. I don't want no 99.9.
Yeah.
I want 100%.
Oh, shoot. Shotas, you taking the 5K? Cutthroat Comics, y'all taking the 5K? Gordon Mahone, comment section. Y'all gonna take the 5K? Y'all gonna take the 5K? Comment section. Let us know. Y'all taking that joint.
That would not be good. 5K. Yeah, well, they already got the money. They got the money from Cutthroat
Doge.
Yeah, it's from Doge. It's basically from everybody that got fired. Dude, they were spending money, millions of dollars on research to bubble popping bubbles from like the packaging stuff to see how that affects mental health. $10 million on that. Trying to make mice transgender. Wasteful, like spending money on roads over in Saudi Arabia that never got finished. $645 million.
What?
That money was being embezzled, laundry, the whole nine.
Yeah.
I don't mind them finding BS and cutting it. No, good. They should be doing that. That's wasting our money, stuff that should be going on back here in America, country where I live at. You know, because I know a fraction of that is going to probably benefit me and my family or black people in general. So everybody that's saying, oh, those this, those that, bro, everybody's not being intellectually honest. Because if they're actually finding BS and cutting back and saving money, they should. We are trillions in debt. Meanwhile, we sending money to other countries to fight wars that we don't even want to fight. You know, we'll see what happens with the Russia and Ukraine thing. But the last administration was just sending them ammunitions. They didn't get let's go down to Saudi Arabia. Let's sit down with the Russian prime minister. Let's sit down with the U.S. prime minister. And not prime minister. Let's sit down with the U.S. ambassadors, Russian ambassadors, and let's see if we can come up with a ceasefire. Because we can't keep sending Ukraine money. You know.
Yeah. We can't. I don't know. We'll see, man.
Russia has already taken over 2 provinces in Ukraine. Now, big bank take a little bank might be what happens. And Ukraine is pissed, but I mean, when is this? Something got to give. And I'm not saying y'all got to give
New
up.
World Order, man. NWO, New World Order.
I'm not saying they need to give up the butt, but something got to give. I hate to say that, and it sucks because a lot of people there have died. And it's like, this is our country, but Ukraine used to be Russia when the USSR was in power, and Putin was a part of that KGB, part of that regime. He was an understudy, but he wants that part back. But they got to come up with a compromise, man. Y'all just can't walk in there and just take somebody's country. But it looks like they might be able to do it. And the U.S. might say, listen, we're going to put you guys someplace else. Like, I don't know what I would love to be in that meeting. Because I'm pretty sure Russia is like, used to be our country. We want it back. And it is what it is.
So the Ukrainians and those white South Africans, they're coming right over here on a boat. Right into nice suburbia area.
But then they gonna turn. Listen, I'll be pissed. I'll be pissed.
Oh, shoot. Yep, the Ukrainians and those white South Africans coming right here in suburbia America.
Well, the white South Africans. Elon Musk has his hand in that a little bit. He got his hand in that because he is African American. Because he's from South Africa. He's African American.
Oh, come on, man. Come on, man.
You know, somebody gonna be mad about that. But he's not a stolen African like the rest of us.
I am South African American. Yeah, South African American. Yeah.
But you know, here's the funny thing. Before people call us coons and y'all this, y'all that.
Yeah, it's too late.
You know, Elon Musk was a big supporter of the Democratic Party, giving money and everything. And then I guess one day they got mad with him. He said, you know what? I got you. He went over to the Republican Party and he started endorsing Donald Trump. But dude, he was like big on like anti-Trump, all this stuff. Like he was a liberal. It's even documented him saying that. He converted to the other side because he said that the liberals were just doing too much. And so he went to Team Trump. So he's played in both sides of the playground. You know, he's decided to go on the right side, but now he's the vice president of the United States. Technically, JD Vance is just walking around doing podcasts.
Oh man, he's at baseball games. He ain't doing nothing, bro.
He's doing nothing. No,
oh man, I see Shata saying Elon is Dutch. I see Paul in the chat. It's not simplistic.
Paul in the chat.
Paul in the chat.
Paul is listening for quality control. Paul gonna get on me. So let's go ahead and log off. Paul gonna get on me, man. So Paul says it's not as simplistic as cutting the fat. They are using that as an excuse to cut programs that benefit people of color, poor, and block growth 1%. Absolutely. There's more to it than, we saw Paul was spending $1 million on Black Comic Lord StreamYard. Come on, that doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't cost that much. No, they are doing some other under-the-table weird stuff, but they are finding some other stuff that's BS too. But I tell you what, I'll ask Paul, I'll ask everybody else, let's take everything Paul just said to the bank, right? Let's say that's 100% true. They are doing everything Paul just said. How comfortable do Black people now, after knowing this, feel like taking the $5,000? Do we feel even more confident? Do we feel straight about taking it because they were taking that money anyways to undercut us, and now they're giving it to us? So I don't know. It's a weird thing. It's good. There might be potentially some good and some bad with this. But there's going to be a lot of Black. There's going to be a lot. We got to watch things. Watch things. There's going to be a lot of Black people that's going to be like, I didn't vote. I don't care nothing about no Trump. I don't care nothing about no Black Comic Lords. I don't care nothing about no, give me my money. Luke Cage, where's my money, honey? They're going to take their money. I don't care. As a matter of fact, there's probably a majority that's going to look at it like that. I work with families every day. I know a lot of moms that can use this $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
A lot.
That's going to buy the next vote.
Yep.
That's going to buy the next vote. It's going to be, it's a red takeover for, I don't know, maybe it's going to be another 8 to 10 years. It's going to be still red. I don't know what the other side's going to do about it. But I
tell you what.
We Red Hulking it up, baby. Red Hulking it up.
I tell you what, the world is Red Hulk. That was basically, you know what? I would have done about Ross was a Republican. Probably was.
He probably was Republican, bro.
He went red. And then Anthony Mackie represents Republicans. I'm sorry,
Democrats.
Democrats.
Yeah.
And they almost got Red Hulk. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if they could have tinted him orange, they would have.
I need to do analysis on that, Dion.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something there. People always like Herschel with the conspiracy theory. Yeah. I mean, maybe I need to look.
He's like, I want us to work together. This is. It's a simple allegory, man.
But
we all know.
Red Hulk went to prison.
He went to prison. Who should have went to jail?
Who they say?
Who did they say should have went to jail?
Who they say should have went to jail?
It's a direct allegory. If they could have tinted him orange, they would have and gotten away with it. I mean, come on now.
I said to you and maybe someone, I said, bro, after he got out of jail, I said this mother freaker could come back from a assassination attempt.
Yeah,
going to jail, fingerprinting and all, and still win the presidency. God, dog, that would be the greatest comeback I've ever seen. I've seen some football and basketball, great comebacks, but this is
only in America.
Crazy. Only in America can you come back out of the ashes, like the Storm series, out of the ashes. Man, I gotta walk into work, man. But
all right, yeah, it's a good show, man. The feds try to shut us down, but we all right.
Yeah, this is a 2-part show. Like 7:45 this morning, we went for like 16 minutes. Got booted off.
Yeah,
and we've been back on for I don't even know how long it's saying now.
43 minutes.
43 minutes. Yeah, man. We talked about a lot of different things. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. So I hope everyone have a good weekend. 1-100 podcast. I see you in there. You know, everyone. Hope everyone has a good day, good weekend, and y'all be excellent, man.
Y'all be excellent, and y'all pray for Don Cheadle that he gets his Star Wars.
You need to put the meme. Where's my movie at? You need to put the meme.
Where's my movie, honey? Where's my money? Where's my money? Hey, listen. Speaking of Don Cheadle, Anthony Mackie is doing this tour. He's going around talking about how great life is right now. Anthony Mackie is the highest paid ever Black actor. I ain't saying much because there ain't a ton of us in lead roles. I know somebody's gonna shoot that down. Or there's not too. Chadwick Boseman only got paid. I made a post. Chadwick Boseman only got paid $2 million for his Black Panther role. Now I don't think they thought it was gonna be as big. I don't even think big fans thought it was gonna do what it did.
No one predicted that.
After the first week we did. But if Chad was still alive, going into Wakanda, let's say he never died, going into Wakanda Forever.
Oh yeah,
Nigga,
big bucks.
Listen,
Big bucks.
Agent. If you're my agent, I'm saying Dion. If Marvel calls, if they're not at least minimum coming in at 25 mil,
25.
25 is the minimum, and I'm not even going for that. We got to go up from there. Robert got 40 for Civil War. You got to at least, he got paid $2 million. You got to at least come at me at 25, buddy. Don't tell them, leave a message at the tone. We'll get back to you. You got to come at me at least 25 mil, bro.
Yeah.
At least. And that's me lowballing myself. Now, if that movie makes $1 billion, we go into Black Panther 3, we got to double that. 50. We got double that. What you talking about?
Man, you're doing the highest numbers outside of Iron Man, then you need to get the numbers of Iron Man.
What?
Yeah.
That's just me. But Anthony Mackie, as it says, he just made 10 mil off of Brave New World. Cap 4. Now, they probably, tell you what they did. They probably was like, all right, we're going to give you this 10 mil, but you got to use your own money to go to do all these tours. Now we ain't gonna pay for you to Rome and stuff. You got to pay your own way to do all this travel.
Man, I hope he's doing first class or private jet or something. You know, you'd be like, oh, there's Captain America and Coach on Spirit.
This dude has been traveling. He got to be tired, man.
He's tired. He's done, bro.
Exhausted. He's exhausted.
Yeah,
he's got to be exhausted. But I'm glad my man got paid. I know the Captain America hype is going to die down, but this is the figures right here. $2 million, bro. $2 million is trash.
$2 million. Back in 2018.
18. This is 2018. 2016, he only got paid like $300,000.
$300,000.
Not granted, compared to other actors, I think Chris Hemsworth and those guys none of them. They was basically getting paid like the Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Compared to the money they were making. And if you know anything about the Power Rangers, most of them were working for free.
They
got a stipend to go get some food.
Yep.
Yeah, this is trash, bro.
But it's a new era, man. But I think Gordon Mahone says that Dwayne Johnson's pulling more than Mackie and probably Will Smith as well, potentially.
No.
Just for the MCU? Or are you talking about Hollywood?
You got, bro, he got for Hollywood, yeah. But I'm talking about for the MCU.
Oh, MCU only, okay.
Mackie is the highest paid black, even over Samuel L. Jackson. I know somebody's Googling right now. That's bullshit. That can't be true. I already Googled it. The only other person that we even have a chance would be Samuel L. Jackson. It's not him. He's paid more money over the course. But Mackie's gotten paid too since 2011. Like he's made some good bucks.
Yeah.
He's made some good bucks. This is his first, I think, millionaire job. I think the Endgame, he didn't have enough time. Falcon Winter Soldier, maybe $1 or $2 million. I don't know. But listen, man, I gotta get out of here. You gotta get out of here. And we need you guys, make sure you guys like and subscribe to our channel. We do this every Monday and Friday at 7:45 if we don't get kicked off. But yeah, man.
But also for tonight, I'm not sure if Wakandan Blurred and Whiskey is going to be on, but it's
going to be on.
It's going to be on. Y'all stay tuned for that.
On tonight. Y'all
Friday night. Yep.
As a matter of fact, just leave your computers on.
Yep, just leave it on.
Because Paul and Mark are going to be up, and they're going to talk Wakanda whiskey and
Blurred
bourbon.
Blurred's bourbon, all the same.
You know, one thing about the show, and I know Paul's listening, he would never do this, but I wonder if they ever be hammered, but we just don't know it because they be drinking and stuff. But I think they do more talking than drinking. I need to do a red, white, and bruise where we get hammered and start talking.
I mean, I do that on my regular pod, so
But you know me. Hammered, you be tipsy.
I'd be tipsy. I'll be buzzed, but there's some nights though. I go in. The shades hide it.
Yeah,
shades hide it, man.
Yeah.
But it was good. You guys have a good weekend, and thanks for tuning in for the morning show.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll get the other video set up to where it says part 1 and part 2. We did get kicked off. We left off on Don Cheadle. I know most of y'all don't want to talk about that, but we left off on Don Cheadle, And yeah, man. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. We'll see.
Yeah.
Y'all go check out. Hey, go check out Trump's Black History Month reception because it's going on right now on Fox News. Y'all go check it. No, seriously, we're laughing, but he's doing a Black History. I just want to see what that looks like. I would feel so awkward being in there because from what I saw, it was a ton of white folks in there. So it's probably them celebrating it the way they think it should go. I don't know, man.
I don't know.
Yeah. Y'all, the Bible tells us to pray for powers of people in authority. That's over. So we got to pray for them, man. Y'all pray for us, man. Y'all keep us lifted up in prayer as well, man. All right, we out.
Peace.
Peace.